Demar, Milan Fretin, Max Canter, Matteo Malucelli, Hugo Hofstetter maybe, Arnaud Delis, Lionel Taminio, Alexander Christophe, Soren Vanskold. Why not Emilien Genier, the Frenchman as well, who's ridden well in this race in the past. There's a few names to conjure with. It could well be it's won by someone I haven't even mentioned, but the way this is set to go is highly likely that the names I've already mentioned will be sorted into some particular order. Decide in your minds which way around it's going to be. They're crossing back over the canal again one more time, heading into the very outskirts now of De Panne. We have just outside 5 kilometres to go in this, the classic Brugge De Panne. Harthis de Vries, I haven't seen while I was looking down at my notes there. He hasn't yet been caught. There he is. He is into the outskirts, the southern edge of De Panne as they ride westward and then cut eastward towards the edge of Plopsaland, the enormous theme park, and then it's due north for the beach and the finish. Those two right-handers that lead to the finish in De Panne. Tim Malier himself acknowledging that it's a fairly technical run-in as well, so position is absolutely critical, just as... Oh, no, crash on that left-hander, Adam. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's a big one as well. A lot of riders come down. Dainese there from Tudor Pro Cycling. That is never good to see when your sprinter comes down, 4.7 k's to go, that's race over. Smack of the saddle for him. Just looking around to see any other riders. But it's the importance of being at right in the front. Is that Brian? No, oh, sorry, he's not even in the race.
Oh dear, one of the Alpecin de Koenig riders. You can see who that is. That's a hard crash off to the right-hand side, in amongst the crowd, which sometimes can be a good thing, because at least people are on hand to help gather things out of the road. One of the Wagner Bazin riders down, and that is Kenneth Van Rooij, the Belgian, the tall Belgian. There's a lot of blood there as well for one of the riders on the deck. I hope everyone is okay. I hate seeing things like that, not least on a day which so far has passed off relatively calmly. Let's go back to the front. Moving up, Lukáš Kubiš. There's a name I haven't yet added, and I should be, the Slovakian road race champion. He's in incredibly good form. Great riding at the Tour de la Provence. Then he was 6th at Omloop Nieuwsblad, 9th at Kuurne Brussels Kuurne, 9th at Knocker Cursa, and then he won on Sunday in the Cholet Aglo Tour as well in France. He is in cracking form, Lukáš Kubiš. I think a very good pick for a top 10 today, and that would be a great result for Unibet Titema Rockets. We'll keep an eye on him. That crash, though, Adam, has caused all sorts of problems out there. It's not just the guys who were on the deck, it's those who are now off the back.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing there, Jesse. You know, it's holding the position at the front and splitting the peloton when the peloton is as closely compact as it is. Just one error from someone can put a split in the peloton, and I have got to take my hat off for De Vries here. Another crash. So we can see once one goes down, it's just a high speed, the intensity of the crash that looks to be tackled Van der Horn by the looks of it. But yeah, it's not pleasant, and 3 teammates coming down there as well. So one hits the wheel and sadly the others, but you look towards the front, you can see Jayco, you can see Val Quickstep still, you can see Lidl Trek right up there.
That was one of the sprinters out as well, Kevin Tayson. Let's not forget, it's not only more than about a year since he broke his ankle in the early season last year in a crash, and that was Kevin Tayson up and on his feet, thankfully, but down in that crash along with Adrien Petit. Petit must have been protecting or leading, I suspect, Kevin Tayson up in position, but that means probably Entomache Wanty out of it right now, because Kevin Tayson would by far have been their best bet here today. Harthis de Vries, as Adam Blythe has said, is doing a brilliant ride today. He's hanging on out there. He's inside the final 3 kilometres. He's only got 6 seconds, but what a ride by this man who's been in the breakaway all day today. Fantastic ride by the 28-year-old Dutchman for Unibet Titema Rockets, who might be about to get a top result in this race anyway, because I can see Lukáš Kubiš right up at the front in that Slovak national champions jersey. He's one of only 4 national road race champs in this race, and he might well finish the best of them, although Dylan Groenewegen might give him a run for his money. Adam, these are nervous moments, and it really is. You talk about the washing machine, it's in full effect right now as Harthis de Vries is caught and we're all back together.
We are indeed, and this is the final stage, and look how Lidl Trek is just sat there waiting right towards the front, over to the right-hand side of the road, but they are continuing just to mimic everything everyone's doing towards the front, but trying to hold that front. It wouldn't surprise me yet. Left-hand side of the road now, just hold that position. Another crash within the group.
Another big crash, very near the front, Adam, too.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
When they move to the left-hand side of the road like that, as we mentioned, it's just a ricochet effect. When the peloton is spread across the road like that, it's never pleasant. But
Milan Fretan is down. He's the rider hitting the deck with his hand. He does not look good, Fretan. I'm sorry to see that. That is awful. It's now the team of Fabio Jakobsen, who we know is out the race, who come to the front for Picnic Post NL, thinking about Tobias Lund Andreasen. Maybe on a day like this, when there's chaos left, right and centre, we can see riders looking over their shoulder to try and see where teammates are, some of whom were involved in that crash as well. We're inside now, 1,600 metres to go. It's going to start to open at the front anyway, but there's a chance here, Adam, that some of these lead-out riders don't actually know where the key man is. Look at the size of the peloton at the front now.
Ooh, that was a big headbutt there from Jonathan Milan as well.
Oh my goodness me, they're ruling themselves out here at this stage. De Lee is gone, Arnaud Demar is gone too by the looks of it, 1-3-1 on his back. I think Pierre Alligat might be the rider on the deck. Thankfully those guys are helping each other out, but it's been absolute carnage in the closing stages of this race. And it's now, by the looks of it, XDS Astana who are starting their lead out. I think Max Cantor is still there. Malucelli looked like he was still in there too, so they've got good option here today. Astana Kazakhstan team. Tim Malir is on another crash. It's going to be the last riders to remain to the finish. Malir is down on the right-hand side as well. This is absolute carnage in the closing stage of this race. Tim Malir is down. We've got Alpecin de Koning riders down too. We're going to end up with effectively a breakaway coming to the finish here, Adam, and it's really awful in the final stages. Going towards the finish, who have we got up at the front left now after all of this? It looks like Groupama FDG, and this could be one of the most unbelievable finishes we've seen, Adam.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable finish. I mean, just mess everywhere. It shows the importance of positioning. Jonathan Milan right towards the front. But you got Milano doing very early indeed, but a great effort here.
Juan Sebastian Milano is looking like he's going to win this at this stage, but it has been a terrible run into the finale. Uno X still have one man right there, but I think Milano might get this if they can't close him down. Juan Sebastian Milano going so far out, but he's right to try it. Dylan Groenewegen still there. I think Milano might be caught. Jonathan Milan is still there too. Here comes Milan. Can Milano hang on? It's going to be so close. Jonathan Milan may have just taken that. Juan Sebastian Milano going from a long way out. And I'm going to say it, Adam Blythe, I think that's the messiest final 2K I've ever called here at the Home of Cycling.
Yeah, it's never nice to see Malio's face like thunder, obviously not panicking to get up, taking his time, but yeah, these narrowing of the roads, going into two lanes into one, it's never nice to see when you see crashes like this, and ultimately the finish of that race there, as you see Philipsen just come across the line. So I don't know if the crash base looks to be out of trouble, which probably is the main thing for him having a crash again for next week, but yeah, that was an incredibly messy final. Alexander Kristoff as well, another one of the riders to come down.